go, and I don't care. I got better stuff to do. We are back, and we are live now. I had some killer rhymes earlier on. Delay adds during an important moment. I really don't care. I'm just here to paint a tank, which I don't have on the desk. I should probably grab it. Holy crap, it's happening. I'm not sure what I need to do. Oh, right, I gotta ping the Discord. Gotta do my part for the stream. Enter. And now they're pinged. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Boo-doo. I'm not going insane. There's the tank. You can kind of see it now. Rhymes with cow. We're gonna get nuked for copyright. Because even though I'm singing a bad rendition of a song, they won't wait too long. They're gonna nuke me and I'll die. But I won't be around to cry. Don't know what exactly I'm gonna... Welcome! What's up, everybody? I had some killer rhymes earlier. That was all rambling. Oh my gosh, dude. I was actually on fire before the stream started. You don't even... What's up, horsey man? I'll tell you what's up. Dude, don't even get me started, bro. I'll tell you what's up, okay? So the gaming might take a little bit. Because, I can't play high-quality games, FPS shooters, because my computer's in my room. I don't know why I'm pointing at my room. You can't see it, okay? But it's in there, and that's connected to the house, and I don't need to be... Okay, shush. Sorry, headphones are up. And so, I would need to, like, bring the gaming PC into here so I don't disturb the whole household, right? And so I download a game, I install the game, right? I click on the game, and this computer I'm running on, it's slim pickings, okay? I don't know how long this will last. It needs an additional 8 gigabytes, which I don't have, for a gotcha game. What is this? This is outrageous. I will not accept this. And I only check it 2 minutes before stream. This will at least take 30 minutes on this PC. This PC is 10 years old. It's a 10-year-old PC. It's not going to install that. Why does the game need over 8 gigabytes? I don't know. It's a tragedy. It's a travesty. It's absolutely outrageous, I say. And so what do we do when we get worked up? When the stresses of the world get to us? I'll tell you exactly what we do. I'll tell you exactly what it is. Wrong camera. We go here. If you play Warhammer, I know you have the money to buy more. You know, I have the money for a lot of things. For example, a McDouble. But I don't mean to brag about it. I don't have money for another PC. Ignore the... It's all gone. The money's all gone. Where is it? It's here. It's there. It's there. In the camera. I did buy the camera. Anywho, that's not what we're here to discuss today. We're here to discuss something that'll calm us down. Because now I'm all riled up at that. Again. 8 gigabytes? This thing took like 2 hours to already install onto the game. And that's not including Steam having to reinstall. Anyways, wallahi. And we zoom out here. Looky there. It's a tank. I'm going to see if we can't finish this tank today. In 2 hours. In 1 hour and 56 minutes. Are you guys ready to complete a tank? Maybe. In 1 hour and 56 minutes. Oorah, as they say. I'm going to exit the game because it's outrageously loud on my headphones. Wonderful. Guys, welcome. Today is a day. It's not one day, but it's Tuesday. I came up with that myself. I'm going to throw that over there. That's the wrong thing. Yes. Thank you for the support. It's tremendous. Oh my God. So heartwarming indeed. Now, First things first, okay? We got a plan. If there's anything that the first and best Minecraft book, Minecraft the Island, all of the other Minecraft novels suck. Oh my god, all of the other Minecraft novels, they're bad. They're so bad. Hold on. Let me actually look it up, just so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. This book raised me. This book made me the man I am today. We go Minecraft the Island. Best book of all time. Aside from the Bible. Minecraft the Island. Pick this up. Read this. This is a great book. And it's from, like, when Minecraft, they started making, like, I don't know, novels. They were making little novels and stuff like that. The Max Brooks, the author, follows the Castaway trainer, blah, 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 blah. Okay? This is, I'm not going to spoil nothing. You just get this. As long as you know what Minecraft is, you've heard Minecraft. That's all you need. There's other Minecraft novels, like official Mojang Minecraft novels. Here they are, right? You have Minecraft The Crash. This was the second book in their little novel series. Bad. 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 Sherlock, are you a man of God? With a capital G, yes, sir. But this. Ew, gross. I didn't like it, okay? Also, okay. Hold on. Minecraft The Village? Guys, this is a new one for me. Same author. I think this is like the third installment of the next... Okay, so I read Minecraft the Island. I just discovered there's Minecraft the Island. And then he made a sequel called Minecraft the Mountain. That was fine. That was fine. I'm not going to spoil it. It was fine. But the island is where it's at. The island is what you want. And then they made other ones as well. Here they are. You can see them here. Minecraft, The Lost Journals. The Dragon. I have not read The Dragon. I read a synopsis of it. And it's like, I think it's like the perspective of an Enderman. Hold on. Maybe she's the only potion maker in the vid. I'm wrong. I think there's Minecraft the Enderman, right? There's Minecraft the Voyage. I think I read Minecraft the Voyage. Minecraft the Shipwreck. Oh my gosh, they're making all kinds of stuff. Bottom line, and then I'm gonna get to painting, but bear with me, okay? You gotta learn about this. This is literature. This is where I get all the good planning from. This is where we learn. This is where you will learn about the way of the cube with this one. Absolute gem. A diamond, you could say. Huh? It's a good one. Anywho, back to the tank. Throw that out of the way. First thing we got to do is plan. What do we want to do right down to the smallest detail? Then we got to prepare. What do we got to do in order to achieve those goals? And then I forget the rest of it. I haven't read the book in actually years because I barely read anymore. Is this your lore inspiration? Not in the slightest. Although kinda. By some way it is, because in an old Minecraft server, I did write down a whole bunch of lore. I had a whole story going in a friend's SMP, which would probably be cringe now. I was so proud of that thing, though. But it was kind of inspired because of the Minecraft The Island. I'm like, oh, I'm going to make a story in the SMP. It was a very dark story. I also had a guy named Walter, but it was like I forget his last name, but it was basically just William Afton. So there's how cringe that whole thing would have been. And it's probably for the best that the whole server got deleted, because it'd probably be so cringe I would die. It's probably more cringe than the Moop logs. This is the first mention of the Moop logs in the history of me. That will be a whole topic for another time. Moop is a whole different story. We got the second coming of Moop, which is still yet to happen. It's a whole experience. In the meantime, that's not what this is. This is painting a tank, which I'll do. We're only 10 minutes into it. I have a lot to say. Now, this is it's a Minecraft dirt block. Bonk. I placed it. You're curious about Moop now? Everyone's curious about Moop. I can't even go into Moop. I can't even go into Moop. I can't even do it. I want to, and I'm going to one day, but I have to wait. I gotta wait. If I go into Moop, it's gotta be, I gotta do some grandiose production. Something where it's like, you see me disappear off the internet for 5 months. I come back with an hour-and-a-half documentary about Moop. That's what it would have to be. That's what it would have to be. We have typewritten notes and logs, files, pages and pages of the Moop logs. It's a whole shebang. It's kind of nuts. It's a whole scenario. But I wanted to mention Moop, so when I do eventually do that, I can say, back when I started years ago, if I survive that long to do that, can I have a side of tank painting with my Moop logs? If you're lucky. If you're lucky. But that's actually a great idea. We actually do conveniently have a tank that needs painting. That's crazy. So let's do that. Final thing we got to do for this guy. Ah, yes, there's some rust here. I think what we shall go about doing first is we're going to start rusting up this bad boy. And I've actually learned how to do dirty down rust good. I'm going to shake it, and then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put it in my pocket. And I'm going to just keep it in my pocket until it's about body temperature warmth. If the dirty down rust is like body temperature warm, you can get some stellar results. Results looking like this guy. Look at that. That's decent, I would argue. And so there you go. Anywho, now we can calm down. We can all zen out and paint the tank. I just had to vent after discovering 8+ gigabytes were required to get a game. And I'm upset. I'm going to be playing Slither.io for the next foreseeable future, so there we go. Now, honestly, while that warms up, there is stuff to still do, because while this whole thing dries after I apply it all, we're going to be putting the tank treads on. But before we put the tank treads on, and that's these guys right here. They're already dry brushed, and I don't do anything else. I just put them on, and then we put the mud on them. Simple as, okay? But you'll notice there are some tank tracks here. Those need some TLC to look like this. All it needs is a black base coat and a dry brush of silver. So we're going to do that. Welcome, welcome. You have arrived. Wonderful, wonderful. Absolutely terrific, one might argue. Now then, we pull out the wet palette. We block that corner because that's the lore. There's a lot of stuff. You're also painting guard vehicles? Oh, heck yeah, that's sick as heck, dude. For some reason, there is a bit of a paper towel in there. What? Oh, fair enough. Okay. First thing we got to do is base coat this black. We will do that. I'm going to take Wilson off first. 15 Cadian still on the sprue? Fair enough. I have a decent amount still on sprue. There you go. Wait. Anywho. Time to base coat all this, which one might think would be a bit of a challenge. But I have a plan for this. It's a good plan. At least I think it's a good plan. That's German gray. Where is black? Oh my gosh, I mixed up my paint in my haste. There we go. It has only been 07 to you. Welcome, welcome. Hold on. I'm trying to do math in my head, which is not working. I think it's 7 hours? 8 hours? I've been painting for 8 or 7 hours straight, pretty much. Now we get to move on to a tank. That explains all this, by the way. Now, load up some black paint. For anyone wondering about the product used, it's Vallejo Black. I know some, it seems, it's like, wait, what were you using? Greetings to you, my friend. Now, we're painting a tank right now. We got some treads that are in place that need some painting, so I'm going to do that right quick. It's been a terrific day. I'm very happy with it. Wouldn't trade it for nothing else. I simply take like an angled brush, and then I just base coat it all black like that. Am I trying to be super precise? No. Now you might be thinking why, might be asking why, and it's because all of this is going to be covered in such a thick layer of mud. You will not be able to see nor care about any of the over brushing, the other marks. You're like one of the first American Warhammer streamers I've seen. Fair enough. Well, neat. That's a thing in it. Oh, I said in it. My cover's blown. Yeah, I also don't watch a lot of, well, I watch like one Warhammer streamer on and off, but yeah, I haven't seen any Americans either. I don't know where they're hiding. Let's see, there's that. And there's one side done. We also were able to avoid very well the outside of the tank, so that's incredible. Do we just have to wait for this to dry? Yes. Which will be a bit of an event. But while we wait for that to dry, we can start on the rust, which will hopefully be nice and warmed up by the time it's all done. So we just continue slowly but surely on the edges, and then you just absolutely go ham. Ham when you're here. There's all that done and dusted there. Perfect. And now we are golden. There. Usually do my show after midnight. Fair enough. That is the thing to do sometimes. All right, there's that all good. Now the back here, and then we'll be done with that. And we're already making progress. What was noise? It was the sound of progress. And there's a reference in it. Now that's all black. Perfect. Wonderful. Now we wait for that to dry. And while we wait for that to dry, we realize probably didn't need to put a whole dot of... We got some leftovers. That will be reheated and done more progress than yesterday. Exactly. Yeah, yesterday was a bit of a slog because I was just painting viewports, which is very tedious and time-consuming. And, you know, it's very easy to get, maybe bored would be a good word. Get distracted, even. But now we have multiple stuffs happening here and there, so we'll be able to tackle it differently and hopefully very efficiently. Now, let's see. That's drying. That should be dry in a little bit. I tried not to apply it too thick. Now let's begin rust. I now have dirty down rust, nice and body temperature warm. You know, you got olive green and you got body temperature warm. Same thought process. And then we're absolutely going to go ham on the rust application in just a second because, and here's what I'm also thinking, just so anyone who's new, who doesn't quite know the story of this whole battle damage bit, this tank is pretty much brand spanking new, and it's traveling, I got a bunch of stowage, it's taken a bunch of stuff to the front lines where it's going to see combat for the first time. Maybe it's seen 1 or 2 engagements, something like that, probably not though. On its way there, a stray plague burst crawler shell just pings the side of this thing, annihilates this, and they go, whoopsie daisy, wow, that's crazy. And they go about their day. But what I'm wondering, I'm gonna ask you guys, give me your input. Do I just rust the side skirts here, or do we go like, no, it nailed the side skirts, and the wheel is like all rusted as all heck? What do we think? Leaf! Brother, it's you, if I'm not mistaken. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. That's sick as all heck. Also, don't mind the constant shaking. This stuff's got to be decently mixed up. Rusty wheel? Yeah, I'm thinking doing a rusty wheel, too. That might be a fun just pop of rust to do. So, yeah, I think maybe we'll go for that. Rust the wheel. Fair enough. Yeah, it'll kind of look funny with the spare wheel on it, now that I'm thinking about it. I guess in theory you could like replace this with the rusted. We could rust this one. And it's like, oh, they had to do a quick repair, and so they just put the other one on. Well, that's boring. Nah, keep the rust. It's charming. It gives it charm. And then when people see and they go, why didn't you put the extra wheel on? And they go, because we didn't need to. That's how naive these new tankers are. Make sense? Yeah. So it's fine. I also realized something earlier. We have some crates here. and the crates will just be completely covering this. So that's just something to observe and just to keep note of, just to keep an eye on. Now, the Dirty Down Rust is all shooketh. Bada bing, bada boom. That's wonderful, and I dropped it. That's kind of funny. Let me grab a good brush. That's a bad brush. I probably didn't need to put all these things away. Found a brush. There we go. Grab our Dirty Down Rust. We're so back. And let us begin. Let me zoom in and see if we can't do this. You got all the camo done for your creek? Oh, sick, dude. Dang, that's respectable. Because, yeah, you were going with a decent camo scheme, too. That's crazy cool. Heck yeah, man. Let's see. There's a good camera angle there. So I'm going to try to find something to prop this bad boy up. I'm going to take some light sienna. That was... Did you see how well that lined up? Bonk. Nice. Shout out. Light sienna. There we go. Okay, now that's good as gold there. Probably don't need something like this. If should watch Journey's End. I don't know if you recommended it. I might have seen that. I don't remember it though. So yeah, I probably haven't seen it yet. But yeah, that might be fun to do. I'm not going to go with this brush. I'm going to go with a much bigger brush because we're going to be covering a large surface. Large surface with this one. Let's grab a fatter brush. See that? Now this will be able to cover a lot more ground. Oh yeah, that's going to be neat as heck. Okay, here goes nothing. I'm actually really excited to do this. Now that I kind of figured out how to do rust. So I'm going to put that there. Hopefully, yeah, there we go. That's in frame. Nailed the tank. Womp womp. Keep the tank in frame. And now, let us go about our business and start rusting this thing up. You guys ready? Here goes nothing. We'll start on the edges here, doing a little something like that. Nice, nice, neat as heck. Cool even. And I mean, we're not even pulling any punches. We're just going ham on it, my friends. And then we'll do the same thing for the wheel here. Oh my gosh, look at that. Ew, that is crazy. That's fun. That's fun to do already. And that's probably a decent coat there. I'll go a little bit around the edges there. And you know what? We're going to go even farther beyond the border. We're going to make even bigger of a circle around it. I want this thing, you know, you're going to look at this thing and you're going to go, what the heck just happened there? And how are you alive? And they'll go, and they'll say it in that exact tone. It's going to be absolutely crazy. Now, that's all there. Done and dusted, okay? We wait for it to dry? No. The rest you posted on your story was crazy good. Thank you. Yeah, it was neat. Here's the actual, just real quick, here's the actual piece right there. I dry brushed some metal to show recent damage. But yeah, that was when I actually figured out how the heck to do it. Now what we do is we take water. Okay, this thing is lathered up with water, and we literally just kind of dot it in areas, move it around a bit, you know, maybe do some crazy stuff, who knows. There you go. And now what we do is literally let that sit now. Let it sit. And we kind of just have to, much rust, that's fun, I need some, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's good stuff. But now literally what we do is, hold on. Okay, I gotta turn the ISO maybe up a hair so you can better see what's going on. There we go. That's slightly better. You'll see it once it's dry. Now we kind of just let this sit, and this is gonna just be here for the foreseeable future. In the meantime, while this sits, because the other thing is the water can take a while to evaporate. You don't want to touch it. We just want to let this sit for the foreseeable future. It will be worth it. So while we literally wait for more paint to dry, let me put a dot more of water on this corner right here. There we go. That'll just give us some fun undulations. Like wherever the water sits, this is just a piece I have in his example. Wherever the water sits, so like you see there's big beads of water like right here. There's a big bead right there. Those big beads will eventually end up like this light colored stuff right here. And so that gives us a lot of fun undulation and variation in the actual finished rust product. And when I flip it over, you can even see here, this is where two big glops of water were. One was right there and one was right here. And that turns into, you know, all that fun stuff. Camera's Not zooming out. And the gunmetal also kind of went a little too far on my dry brush, but I mean, you know, no one will see that. You'll see this. And the whole thing will be covered in blood and gore anyway, so it's all good. All good in the hood, as they say. Now, I'm going to move this over, and once it's moved over, we're actually going to do something nuts. Something a little wild, okay? We're going to pull out the manual. What? What did he say? I said it. Me, really. I did it. I did it. I'm not even kidding. I'm not sure if you saw my comment. I froze. I saw the one about Journey's End. That's the one I saw. I haven't seen it yet, I don't think. We pull out the manual. I can probably zoom us out. It was written in, like, 1928. Oh, fair enough. Just outside of my favorite era in history. Oh, well. Tread time? It is tread time for real. Looky there. Yeah, that one. Oh, fair enough. Now we actually got to number treads. We got to figure out what goes where. We got to figure out where Waldo is, essentially. Now, there's that. Stay. Don't want stuff. Well, about that. What? Huh? Let's see. Oh, my favorite era being the 19 teens, just so you're aware. Not after 28. No. Before 28. 10 years before 28. Let me make that perfectly clear. Let's see. 17. Found it. Might just be set in that time. Let me actually, whoa, what? Currently keyframes are not being sent off, which can cause buffering. What? So is the stream fine? What's going on? You're scaring me. Poor? Okay, it's saying that the stream is poor. Let me know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. Clear as mud? Oh, dear. Fair enough. Why does it stop saying poor? Please use keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. What? I don't know how. I don't know what I'm doing. Let me edit. Everything's fine? Okay, fair enough. We'll just continue going. You're fine? Okay, they're just trying to scare me. They're trying to keep me from, alright, fair enough. They're trying to keep me from looking up Journey's End, it's called, right? Let's see Journey's End real quick. Everything looks good. Oh, well, thanks, YouTube. The first time they tell me they're like, hey, you're about to die. What? Okay. Hold on, Journey's End. Journeys, for the love of, bro, I think that's just my IP address or whatever. That's unfortunate. Journey's End. Oh, it's literally a world... Oh, it's, okay, it's literally a World War One. It's this one, right? Is this correct? Or is it a book? Docs? Yeah, no kidding, right? Wait, when was this? Oh, it's freaking 2017? A lot of good movies there. I recently watched 1917 over again, then I was scream crying on the floor. It was hilarious. It was awesome. Book, play, and film. Okay, Journeys in book, play. Ah, I see. Fair enough. That's this one here, then? Probably. Contemporary drama, classic plays, and durable classroom editions. Many have large casts with an equal mix of boy and girl parts and play. Oh, fair enough. Interesting. In order. SWAT team is en route. Yeah, no kidding, right? They're like, we found the guy who printed the Warlord Titan. Finish him! That's cool. Yeah, I'll see if I ever get to that. I'm gonna be dead honest. I'm very bad about reading. I was a reader back in the day. Back yonder. Oh, yeah, I gotta... Right, we're doing something. You think you saw the play at one point? Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Let me grab my... All that for the wrong... Wait. No, that's the right one. I haven't used clippers in years. Wow. Okay. 17 is what we were looking for. Here it is. Bonk. I know, riveting stuff. You know, but I got time for that. I know. Is there an audiobook? I might do that. I've ran out of Creepcast. Though I will probably just start rewatching again. Okay, 17. I gotta mark all these out, so hold on. Let me So see that? I'm gonna like go starting from like the stuff in the middle right here that's not shown is what's already on the tank. So I'm gonna put 17 here. The film would be shorter, yeah, fair enough. I'm gonna put the 17 there, and then I'm just gonna follow the numbers, but just like lay all the tracks out. And that should be fine, right? It will be a-okay. Okay. Okay, hold on. 20, 24. Where is it? 36. 35. 24. There it is. Don't worry. The stream is going somewhere. Hopefully we'll be painting a ton tonight. Awesome, awesome. Well, thanks for tuning in. It's good to see you, Leaf. It's awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right, there's 24. Put 24 there. See that? We're gaming. 16. Found it. Right here. Boom. Oh, the free hand on the armor panels. Yeah, that's not... I leave that up to someone else. That will not be me. That will be a braver soul than I. Thank you, thank you. Painting Templars as we speak. Oh, heck yeah. Some non-metallic metal. No. We already did. Ooh. Sorry, guys. Quick check on our rust guy here. Hold on. Ooh, look at that already. Ooh, it's so good. Oh my gosh, that's looking awesome. And the water's not even completely dry yet. Are you seeing that? Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's so neat. Okay, I'm going to put this away and continue to let it dry before I do anything else silly, but oh my gosh. Look at that. It's so cool. Okay. We're calm and we're zen. We're so back. 25. 25. There we go. Oh, probably don't need to. You can probably zoom out now. RIP. Where's 25? There's 25. Boom. Boom. Okay, actual boom this time. Jeez. Now, hold on. The 25 attaches right before the very bottom one. So we got to put this there. Because there's going to be another piece that goes onto there. There's probably going to be a number 9 piece that goes there. I am skipping the instructions, and I am now just assuming, which if you read Minecraft the Island, you will know, don't assume anything. That's a big lesson that they teach you in there. But I'm assuming. And I put that there. Look at that. How neat is that? Not too shabby. And then now what do they want? Oh, I didn't even clip 20 from the first instruction. Golly. 20. 20. Found it. Boom. Great. An outer space image with plans, some nebula gases to build confident. Ah. Yes. You know, freehand, you could probably... The thing is, you can learn it all. I am just too lazy to learn it all, so I make my own decals. My own custom decals. We have some fun custom decals. Never mind. That will be, we'll continue to clip the tracks. How neat is that? Awesome, awesome, sick. Now, this will go after the 25, so we'll put you right here. Boom. I gotta flip this guy around. No. OCD? No. Could never. Next up. Just going great. You having fun? We all still having fun? Good, good, good. Next up, you're watching a guy barely make it through instructions. Okay. 9, 9. I'm not even making this up, bro. I don't even remember this when I first read it, but I'm not even joking. We literally got 9, 9, 9. Ah ha ha. Too funny, too funny. Okay, I already got one of the 9s. Now we'll just get the second 9s. There's that. Done and dusted. Am I going to worry about painting these? No. And here's why. I'm literally going to be... Part number make no sense. Yeah, that's true. That is fair. No, but these... That was satisfying to attach. You see that? That's kind of fun. That's neat as heck. I forget where I was going. Oh, yeah. So the edges here. You can kind of see, like, that they were clipped. Let me actually zoom in so you can see. So there's the bare... There's a very blurry... There's the bare plastic. You can kind of see the bare plastic. Hold on. There, you can kind of see the bare plastic on the ends there. But, I mean, it doesn't really affect it too bad. So, honestly, I don't really worry about it. Because from a distance, they look fine. It's also going to be covered in so much mud, you won't even believe it. So, I don't worry about it at all. Now we can zoom back out. That's neat. And then these guys will go... Okay, where do they want me to... They're going here. Fair enough. So they go there on that side of the 17. And then we have a... Huh? A 7? Oh, a 7. Okay, I get it. 7. There we go. And the 7 attaches to the... Oh, gosh, what have I done? Wait. No, that's 9. One of the... This is not 9. Move there. Put there. And then 7. 7 is continuing up. So 7 actually has to... No, so... Okay, so hold on. 9 has to be here. 7... Oh my gosh. 7's got to be here. There we go. And then the other one will be right there. Saved! Woo! Almost made a rookie mistake there, didn't we? Now, the best part is I don't have to read that again. I just clip these off and put the ones that look similar right next to each other, and it will be all fine, and I have no worries about the future of putting this thing together. It will be absolutely A-okay. Guacamole. Watermelon instead. Fair. What is a burger? And now I don't know if it's like side dependent. I don't think it is. So I'm not gonna like try to, oh, this is the left side, this is the right side. Let's see. 36. 36. Counted it myself. Don't just go in numerical order. It's an interesting thing for sure. I think, you know, what it does is it teaches you, it's like, this is my theory. Is it right or wrong? I don't know. They want people, if you are able to just find your way through the kit, like when you just get a kit as a new guy, you're all like, whoa, where is everything? Blah, 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 blah. And then it's like any game. All these guys got helmets on their head, but I got a watermelon instead. Mossy Mint knows ball. That's incredible. But I think what they want you to do is, it's like Clash of Clans, right? You first get Clash of Clans, you're kind of like, whoa, what's going on? You're building your base or whatever, right? And next thing you know, you see someone with like a level 12 town hall. Welcome back, Boxberry. You haven't missed anything, trust me. And so you come back to their level 12 town hall, and you're like, how did you get to there? And they just, you know, they put in the hours, you know, they buy the potions and they steal the gold or whatever the heck, right? Same thing with GW kits. Once you know your way around a GW kit and you're just like, oh, I know right where that piece is. Boom. Whereas new people will be like, where? And so it's kind of like, you know, while trying to, it's like, it's establishing yourself as the veteran. It's the elitist mentality in the hobby space. Once you know how to do the building, oh yeah, then it's on. I almost drowned while boating, but I got a watermelon to keep me floating. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Yep. This is it's a very watermelon heavy episode already. Hello, Go For It Painting. Welcome, welcome. We're just discussing level 12 town halls. When I say we, I mean me. And now that's all the tracks. The tracks are done there. Sorry, guys, but the rust. The rust. You're a new subscriber on your channel. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that very much. That is awesome to hear. I'm glad that it was worth subscribing to. Now, let's see. We have these two guys there. Okay, so those two guys will be there. A-okay. You missed the Vine era. I wasn't part... I don't know. I don't remember when Vine was. I just watched the Vine compilations. And it was like all 95% of... 1% was all these guys got helmets on their head. I got a watermelon instead. And the 99% was all Thomas Sanders, the GOAT. The man, the myth, the legend. At least when I watched him. I don't know what he's up to nowadays. You missed the no electricity era, fair enough. He is here! Welcome, 420th Manhattan Man. That is awesome, too, here. That's sick. Wait. I've made a grievous miscalculation. Why are the tracks different? That should probably go there. And then this should go there. Dude, they should... Wait. Wait. Did I actually, unironically... No, I didn't. Okay. You know, there's no more tracks on here, right? Hold on. I'm scared. Mom, pick me up. I'm scared. I don't know what just happened. Hold on. Wait. So 2... Yeah, so we got, wait a minute. What is, wait, what? Hold on. Everyone, here we go. I'm missing out, German buddy, what? Oh, yeah, fair enough. So, wait. No, nobody panic. I'm not panicking. But what's happening right now? And I'm confused. And I'm scared. Where did it go? Wait, where are the one time I say, I don't need the numbers. Of course this happens. You know what we're going to do? We're going to start assembling it. And if there's anything missing at the end, then we'll panic. Nobody, stop. Hold on. Wait. Nobody panic just yet. I have a plan. I have a plan. The plan is simple. We're going to assemble the tracks and put them on the tank. If there's anything missing, then we will panic. However, I have a feeling that I just miscounted something. I think I figured it. I figured it out. Wrong. There, guys. So there's 3 number 9 pieces, or Inglorious Bastard. There's 3 number 9 pieces that go on to the treads. Okay. There's 4 number 9 pieces here. There's 2 right there that I have dry fit together. And then there's another here. We move that there, and just like that, the whole situation is fixed. And now we have that. So that's documented now. So that will be out here on the internet for the rest of time, me doing that. So that is kind of incredible when you think about it. That's the joy of the whole business. Without further ado, let's take a look at the rust, because the rust is looking so insane, and then we're going to assemble the tracks. You ready? Problemo solved. I would like... That would be the funniest stuff, though, if I do go to assemble it and there's still something missing somehow. Then I would just... I'd throw something. I'd throw my Titan. Don't mind the camera. Let's look at our rust. The rust is insane. Look at that. Look at that pop of color. Heads, what you want? Money or something? Ah, yes, yeah. Yeah, so I got monetized 420th Manhattan Man. Oh, are there ads? And they don't... Please tell me they tell me when ads are. They... Oh my gosh, there's no way. Did they advertise? Are they advertising right now? This is outrageous. Tell me when you're back. Let me know when you're back. Hold on. What is this? What is this nonsense? Why do they add right here? I thought it was supposed to be during downtimes. They don't, but it all good. Okay. Send him more money. Has there been ads on your live? Yeah, I think yesterday's live, if there were ads before yesterday's live, it's political. Rip. R.I.P. Okay, well, yeah, that's... Wait. Oh my gosh, I might know why. Hold on. Guys, I have something funny to tell you. I have something funny to discuss. So... Nope, I just... Help. Brah, there I am. Guys, this is kind of funny. But just hold on. So... When you go to make a YouTube stream, you choose a category. There's literally no like arts and crafts or creative category. There's like let me see. Let me see exactly what it is. There's like autos and vehicles. I mean, I'm painting a toy tank. That doesn't count, right? Comedy. This is very serious here. We don't do comedy. We're all about being dead serious. Education. I mean, I go on random side quests. We go on random side quests. That's not education. Education is something else. Entertainment Isn't everything you watch entertainment, right? Film and animation, not that. Gaming, not yet. How to and style, that's not what this is. Music, nonprofits, and activism, you already know I'm trying to make a profit. People and blogs, I'm a person, and I don't have a dog. That's true. We did learn about air conditioners yesterday. Pets and animals. Nope. Science and technology. One of my least favorite things. Sports. No. And then travel and events. There's no art. Arts and crafts. I feel like there should be, right? So you want to know what I chose, guys? And this is why you got the political shit. I chose news and politics as my category. So I think that's why you got political ads. So let me change that real quick and we'll just go. We'll say we're into music. We're a music thing now, even though I don't have any background music or nothing. But there's that whole bit of business. I just thought that makes a lot. I didn't know what that did, but apparently it gives you political ads. That's crazy and funny. Back to painting. Now that the ads are over, hopefully, and I'm going to keep talking because they say, like, oh, we'll do an ad when there's a downtime, when there's not as much talking. So if I continue to talk like this and I just yap away, they won't give you an ad. So in one breath, I'm going to show you. Are you guys ready to see the rust? Here's the rust. Now, I did pause for half a second. ASMR like, yeah, exactly right. Looky there. Look at the rust, dude. I'm so stoked with how that's turning out. And look at that. Oh my gosh, you're looking at that thing from a distance and you're like, what the heck happened there? Yeah, this tank has been through the ringer already. How neat is that? You know what I was about to say? I was about to say, how scientific is that? Which legally makes us a science and technology stream. So, you have an appointment, I will return. Well, good luck with your appointment. Hope to see you soon. So now, there we go. We are successfully changed to a science and technology because this is science. Wow. That's neat. I am so stoked with how this turned out, dude. Oh my gosh, it's incredible. And there's still water drying. That's going to leave us a whole bunch of other fun textures and stuff. But like, isn't that neat? I'm pretty stoked with that. I'm pretty chuffed to bits, as Mumbo Jumbo would say. But now, while we wait for that to dry, we can actually start assembling. It could be considered. What's funny about this, dude? No. We learn about history. We discuss scientific methods. This is not funny. This is dead serious. This is stuff. Mumbo Jumbo. Now I got to change it to a gaming category, don't I? Anywho, now we're going to assemble the tracks now before I just get lost in whatever. How does this go on? I'm not going to look it up. I lined it all up, and now we're going to see what happens there. Interesting. I wonder if you're lonesome tonight. You know, someone said that the world's a stage, and each of us play a part. Anyways. That's an Elvis reference for my Elvis fans out there. This goes on somewhere. What? It's military grade is right, except I think it still runs in universe. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. Go in. Yeah, it did. Neat. Always start from the front of the tank. You know, that's fair. You don't want anything's lining up on the once you actually get to the end. Yeah. They rusted my tank, mama. That's crazy. Isn't that how Elvis speaks? Anywho. Oh, I gotta dry brush these things silver right quick, so we're just gonna do that real quick before I do anything else. Bonk. Silver. Do you see that? Riveting. I know. Nobody panic, though. Okay, now what's a good dry brushing brush for such a small surface area like this? How about one of the biggest brushes I have in relation to the treads? That should be a perfect bit of all of that. I immediately regret doing this. Also, camera, for the love of film, don't do that again. It's silver. I'm too entertained by that. But that worked, okay? We're gonna run with that. Now we do this side here. Now that's silver. Neat. How creative. And then we do, now we do this. How silver. You're awfully silver, mister. Is anyone else just as surprised as I am that I'm not getting silver on any other part of the tank except for the treads? I am. I'm very surprised. Wow. There's no way this holds up, though. There's no way this continues. I'm gonna do something bad right now. I didn't. Huh? That worked out unbelievably well. Now I'm gonna take some cardboard, our Minecraft dirt block, if you would. I'm gonna clean off the brush here. And this just helps get all the silver paint out. I'm also doing this very improvised. This is something I never do. I never use cardboard. I use a good old paper towel that has already been through 3 projects, but because I am a hoarder, I never throw it out. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, we gotta lock in. Are you guys ready to lock in? We're 51 minutes into the stream. 51 minutes, 20 seconds, okay? Can we finish the tank in time? Can we matte varnish it? Can we finish the tanker in time? I don't know. Let's try it. Let's see what we can't accomplish. Interesting, interesting. Does this go there? Perhaps. It does go there, perhaps. Will I glue it? No, friction will hold it. And then we go and we take these and we do all this and we're still in frame. Thank goodness for that. This is all standing in with just friction. Will I glue it? I'm going to actually see if I glue it or not. Because right now that's in. And look how it seamlessly blends in with the rest of the treads. Ish. Good enough for our needs. That's pretty cool how that whole thing works. I will probably actually have to glue the bottom areas right here. Also, rust check. That's insane. I'm so stoked with how that turned out. Ooh, I guess I could have done some texture paint before that, but I kind of like this. It's kind of neat. Okay, yeah, this is definitely going to be in need of some glue. So let's grab the glue. What kind of glue? The best glue. The best product. The best product. The best company ever. Ever. No issues with this company at all. I'll fight for the company forever. Flex Seal Super Glue Liquid. From the Flex Seal family of products. So yeah. I'm kind of brand loyal to Mr. Phil Swift himself. Yes, sir. He sawed a boat in half. You know, I've never sawed a boat in half. Get at least a decent amount of super glue in there. Golly. Okay, there we go. There we go. Nobody panic. I'm not panicking. It's all going just fine and swimmingly. There's that. Perfect. Cap. Put a cap on it. That's cap. Does anyone still say that's cap? That's my question. What has died? So many things have died. I was devastated when Hound Dog died. Because I knew. Loctite gel control equals... Ooh, gel control. That sounds fun. I had the super glue gel control. Here's what's left of the tube. It did come in a whole plastic thing, but I cannibalized it. But yeah, gel super glue is probably the best, not gonna lie. That's there. Riveting. My mom. Are you being for real, or is that cap? Okay. You got an ad? Fair enough, Cobalt Commando. Thank you for joining. Right now we're putting treads on a tank. And it's going fine. Oh, wait. Now, I would never consult the manual for something so trivial such as this. So everyone ignore that. 25. 25 is a curve. Yeah, to let it be known, I would never. Because I don't need manuals to see, to figure out what the heck's going on. That doesn't look right. What does the manual said 25? Is this not 20? Wait. Nobody panic. Ah, found it. Figured it out. And probably will need a dash of super glue on all this, so we'll just do that right quick. No harm, no foul. There we go. That's all in frame, thank goodness. And boom. Bada bing. Bada bum. But yeah, fun fact, it was Flex Seal that got me. Flex Seal is why I'm here. Thank you, yes. Yeah, we did some rush shenanigans earlier, and that's neat. But yeah, I'm being dead serious when I say Flex Seal is the reason I am here right now. It's kind of wild to think about, honestly. When you think about just how the whole situation transpired. It's incredible. So I do, that's why I'm so brand loyal to Flex Seal, because I love doing this. And that's thanks to them. That's thanks to Phil Swift himself. Pretty neat. All right, that's looking attached. Be a good way to put that, I'd argue. Now we got this guy here. Will you just go in there nice and fine? Fine motion. What do you mean about Flex Seal? Yeah, well, it was the Flex Paste commercial. Wait, hold on. Let me double check. Let me read the description of the stream. Where is it? Painting a tank and going on the most random side quests. I'm not even joking, bro. Like, actually, it's pretty freaking nuts. Not gonna lie. Hashtag Warhammer 40K. Hashtag Saving Private Ryan. We're going on a random tangent right after I said we're going to lock in on the tank. Bonk. Ladies and gentlemen, comrades of the Trenchborn Legion, we're gonna go to the Flex Paste commercial. 2020! 6 years ago. Hold on, Phil. Phil, wait. I need to unmute it so everyone can hear your absolute words of wisdom. Stretch is here. Oh, Stretch. Before I go into any of this, I know what it may look like. And that is something unknowable. Stretch, we gotta... Actually, Boxberry's already in. Stretch, we got a Discord server that I'm letting, like, OG people who were there for the whole Warlord Titan in. If you ever want to join it, just let me know your Discord username in via Instagram DMs, and I'll let you into the Discord, because you were there since the very beginning, which is sick. Anywho, Flex Paste. This is how I got into this whole hobby, everybody. Okay, no, turn. Yeah.
Nice paste. Right out of the tub, Flex Paste is super thick. It clings to the surface.
It clings to the surface. And what? Does it easily fix gaps and holes?
It instantly fills gaps and holes.
Oh, it does!
Flex Paste penetrates deep into hard-to-reach areas.
Look at that
You
go.
can spread it, shape it to take on just about any form. Use Flex Paste on wood, metal, all types of surfaces. And once it dries, it turns to this.
What does it turn
A
into?
strong, flexible rubber. It expands and contracts.
It's expanding and
Flex Paste is tough stuff.
What's going on here? Hold on. Phil, what are you doing?
Now that's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of
But
damage.
with
Why'd you
Flex
do that?
Paste,
With Flex Paste?
you can create a watertight seal. Flex
You can
Paste
create a
rubberized
watertight
coating
seal?
is UV, chemical, and
I've
mildew
used it for
resistant.
stuff like
In
that.
extreme heat, driving rain, or freezing cold, Flex Paste keeps its hold.
I know that.
Flex Paste is
Look at that.
perfect
Look,
for
this is it.
projects,
This is the scene.
crafts, and hobbies.
This is the scene. This is
Shape
what
it,
got me into
mold
this.
it, or
Look at
paint it
that.
any
There
color.
it is.
With Flex Paste,
It's a
you
train.
can create.
Guys, look at that. This is how I got into this hobby. This whole thing right here is how I got here to this right here. Isn't that nuts? Look at that. How nuts is... Whoa. That's crazy. What else does he have to say about it?
Just about anything you can imagine.
It can make anything
And
I
when
can
insects or rodents are getting into your home,
I don't
use
want that
Flex
there.
Paste to seal up large holes
do that?
to keep those unwanted
Oh my God,
pests
he's not even
out.
going in there. That's crazy.
Flex Paste Advanced Formula won't
formula.
dissolve or wash away.
That's crazy.
And it even works underwater.
It even works underwater.
So you can apply Flex Paste underwater, And it even dries underwater.
It dries underwater? Okay. Sorry. I gotta buy some flex paste, man. That stuff is good as gold. Anyhow, guys, that's how I got into the hobby. Anyways, back to tank. It was that commercial right there. Now, where were we? Oh, yeah. We got some treads to do. Let me skedaddle this whole thing out of the area. Let me actually mute the desktop just so nothing absolutely bonkers happens. Let's see. That was amazing. Great. I'm glad you thought so. Everyone, yeah, it seems like everyone's okay, well, that was interesting. That was insanely cool. I got a crush. I have a crush on the Flex Seal family of products, dude. I actually do. Cause they crush. You got an anti-Trump ad. Fair enough. That's interesting. That's interesting because I put my category to science and technology. Why are you still getting political ads? This is outrageous. This is nuts. Well, there's all the stuff there. That's cool. Now, I keep forgetting where this is, but isn't that there's some Sherlock Spiner lore for you. That's how he got into the whole shebang. He saw the Flex Paste ad, and then he's like, "Oh, so that's how you make those crazy looking scale models. I'm gonna buy that product and then learn how to do that." It's election season. Oh, I guess that makes sense. That could explain something like that, I guess. Let's see. There's all that. Because I keep getting Raid ads. Dang, I'm not even sponsored by Raid. They're not paying me to do that. This is outrageous. Did they really do an ad while I was going on a rant? That's crazy if they did. Non-huffing kind? Okay. Alrighty then. I am going to actually super glue the living heck out of this with Flex Seal super glue, which, you know, if they make, I think they make super glue gel. They don't sell it at my local hardware store, so I might have to special order it to be able to use their products. I always thought it might be cool. The colors are cool. It's red, yellow, and black. A minute ago, fair enough. I always thought it might be cool to do like a Flex Seal Space Marine or something like that. We'll see what happens. But in the meantime, treads. Tread is on. Bada bing, bada boom. Super glued my finger to the top of the tank. Hopefully that doesn't absolutely screw that up for the rest of your time. Now here is some more. There's some more stuff and shebangs to do here before we're all good. All right, now there's that. There's that. Perfect. Absolute gold. Liquid gold, you could say. That's incredible. Also, how was the volume? Like the German flag. Oh, yeah, you're right. That is, I should have noticed that right away. I didn't even put two and two together. That's kind of funny. That's kind of insane. Now the bottom. Now we got to do stuff for the bottom. Bro, like, we're for cyan acrylite. It's the active ingredient in super glue. It's like 50 times cheaper by weight. German, Volume is good? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, poor stretch. Hold on. Let me, I have a live camera of, we have a live camera on Stretch. There he is. There's Stretch, everybody. Boom. Anywho, back to painting. Not red, white, and black. I don't know what it is. There's something on it. Oh, red, white, and black. Oh, jeez. Yeah, no. No, there's yellow on the Flex Seal stuff. See? There's yellow. There is white as well. So I guess technically it's black, red, yellow, and white. That's kind of their main colors. The bottom shelf. The bottom shelf. The forbidden bottom shelf, one might ask. One might go as far as to say. Bottom shelf. Yeah. Yup. We ain't in Kansas anymore. Let's finish that off. We're almost all glued and gone down there. I think I probably have on Instagram. I've gotten a lot better about my laundry routine now, though. So now you'll never see me in anything ever different. There's all that. That's looking very fine, if I do say so myself. Very neat. Very neat. Now I just gotta figure out where the heck anything goes here real quick. That goes there. I'm almost... Now I'm not as positive. Yeah, that's the wrong one. It was the wrong one. That's a Planes, Fire, and Rescue reference. Anybody? Anybody? We're talking about the gearbox? That's why they are superior. Look, I don't know if color has anything to do with Daredevil dog gif. This robot don't really need different outfits. Thinker. Fair enough. I just read that as... I literally said Daredevil dog, and then I just was thinking of the Devil Dogs. Wow, what a quirky World War I nerd. And you would be right, comrades. Now let's game. I caught that, by the way. When I play Battlefield 1, I will be LARPing as a World War I soldier in that Tommy helmet, by the way. There's your sneak peek of that whole bit. Let's see. Back to... What? Wait. So where do you attach, comrade? What on green earth? Okay, so it's like somewhere in there, right? Okay, there's two things in there. Golly, I gotta figure it out. Forehead reveal? Yeah. Yeah. That will never happen again. Will never happen again. There we go. Okay, so there's just something we just gotta go on the inside. What army do I LARP? I LARP as a, Does every streamer say fair enough? Geez, I just say fair enough unironically. I didn't know anyone else said that. That's unfortunate, but fair enough. Oh, what army do I LARP in private? It would be the it would be the British Army from World War I. And, I guess the other army that I do LARP as, I LARP as, the Swiss Army in, like, the 50s? The 50s? I have a full uniform of that, which you can see in one of my Titan, I think it's like Painted in a Warlord Titan Part 7, which, because I do have other people who are doing this in the chat, just so if you want to make the connection for all my conspiracy theorists out there who are just trying to verify anything or want any more dirt, I'll give you the dirt, though it's relatively clean dirt. The Swiss uniform, do you carry a Webley revolver? Those things are like $3,000, and I can't justify it just yet, but I have a Lee Enfield Mark III Star with a 1907 pattern bayonet. 1915 date. One day I will have a Webley revolver. One day. But, you know, can't afford it. Not yet, anyways. Not yet. Oh, but as I was saying about the dirt. Yeah, so the Alpenflage that the Swiss wear comes from the German World War II late war camouflage Leibermuster. So there's your, it's World War II German! Oh, God! So there's that. The bayonet peak. It is a peak object, for real. My pride and joy. Best home defense weapon, unironically. Let's see. Okay, now we just gotta put... Wait, hold on. So you're in there, but this thing is not. Now it is. Ha ha ha. Sick. Okay, well that whole thing came off. Okay, we're just gonna have to line the heck out of the out of this area here with super glue, and then we're gonna call that. Do I condone stuff? I mean, there's a lot of stuff I don't condone. And then there's some stuff that I'm probably too lenient on. There. I know that's like, oh, wrong answer, wrong answer. I don't give a crap. It's fine. Once it's all said and done, it will be all said and done, as they say. What kind of stuff are you particularly talking about, Mossy Man? I'm curious. This piques my interest. Let's try to get this guy back on. Do's and don'ts list. It kind of literally just goes this far. Do be kind to everyone like you would want to be treated kindly. And then there's don't be mean. And then it's go about your business, who cares? That's it. There, that's my... Your stream froze. Dang it, you didn't get to hear my extremely far-right extremist take. That's crazy, dude. Sorry to hear that, but that's out there. Oh, well. Do I... Okay, how come? Do you ever mix bleach and ammonia for fun? No, haven't figured that out yet. Not just yet. Although I've thought about it because, you know, a lot of Battlefield 1, a lot of gas grenades. I think I have like a service star or 2 service stars with the gas grenade. All the treads are on now. That's neat as all heck. Sick. Let me go over there. We're still doing... That's crazier than I thought. I thought everyone would have absolutely left the stream in a panic. But no, we still have 8 concurrent viewers. That is crazy. That is wild. The rest is almost completely dry now. So that is sick. Next step to really start to finish this guy off. And yeah, we probably have to do it now. We got to muddy up these treads. Who's ready to muddy up some treads? Great for home defense. Yup. How do I muddy up the treads? It's been a second. It's been a hot second. Where? There. I gotta try to remember my recipe. I might be... Gosh, I dislike doing it, but I might have to actually go back and observe and watch a video on how the heck I made my mud. My homemade mud mixture. Because I don't think it will be... I don't think this, believe it or not... I just discovered I had another one of these containers. That's sick. I'm going to put you there so I don't forget about you. But I don't think that's going to be enough to muddy up the entire tank. And you'll see what I mean shortly. 48 minutes. We can do it. Okay, I'm going to just do the Federalist view of the New Testament. Don't be an idiot. Anti-Federalist. Well, all I know is New Testament. And then everything else I don't understand fully, which is mixed dirt and water. You know, you could do that. It's not a bad idea. Oh, yeah, sorry. Hold on. Let me change the... I'm doing some glazing here. I'm doing some self-glazing. I'm actually going to go back. Welcome back. Oh, I don't know if I have this done on my, wherever. Hold on. I gotta find out how I made my... Stream kept freezing for me. That's interesting. Let me see the stream health. The stream health says... We're good. And then, okay, I haven't gotten any more errors in a bit, but yeah, maybe it was you thing. It also could be a me thing. I don't have Ethernet yet. Anyways, I'm here now. Hold on. I gotta go all the way to shorts. Actually, while we're here, you can see, no, you can't. Okay, so we'll skip it. Now, where did I do my mud for tracks? I didn't do them on here, did I? Oh my gosh. I did it on Instagram. I haven't uploaded that here yet. That's crazy as heck. And that's actually very sad. Huh. Yeah, new tonk. That easy trench base. Quick tips 1. That was a cringe fest in of itself. Oh, well. Back to painting. I'd have to find it on Instagram, but I cannot. Never mind. Hold on. I'm actually doing something rather brave and bold. Everything else is good. Just stare... Look at me. You can't catch up. I keep having to skip ahead. Dang, that's weird. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going in. They're going to force me to log into Instagram. This is outrageous. They don't have me saved. Screw it. Screw it. I got to pull up my phone. Sorry, guys. This is very awkward. Yep, this is fine. But hold on. I actually have to pull out my my phone, and I'm now going to take a look. I got to scroll all the way down through stuff. It's Gen Z on the phone. Hold on. Flip this. I'm on my phone. Hold on. I'm talking to some virtual whatever. I gotta find out where I did my homemade mud recipe. Like, where did I do that? I don't know. What is... Okay. Mud. All I need is the show my Discover page. Where's my... Doom scrolling on stream is crazy. Okay, hold on. It's 2 parts natural umber to 1 part black. Two parts natural umber, 1 part carbon black. I thought it was 3 parts to 1 part, which is, I'm very glad I Show my Discover page. Where is my... No, I'd rather play Russian roulette. Anywho. Might watch on my lap too. Or laptop. Like, watch on your... What? Help. Now let's mix. We're going to mix some shenanigans. We're going to mix some stuff. We're going to mix some mud. You can use mud outside. True. That's true. You can, but I won't. Because I'm just not a fan of the texture, personally. Because my tanks, they go through sludge. And so I need something fine to replicate sludge. That being this perfectly, pretty much. Let me grab a scooper tool that will help us. Scoop. Okay, for the love of... Where is it? I have a lot of sculpting tools. I was into clay. I did clay for a little bit. And I made Fortnite characters out of clay. Ooh, that would be... That's actually a great would you rather that I just figured out for myself. Would I rather show my For You page on Instagram or the clay creations? That's a catch-22 in of itself. Golly. Okay, don't know where the heck that tool is. I'm going to have to find some other thing. What did I just do? Okay, I turned on a calendar. I don't need to see the calendar. Thank you. You don't have YouTube on your laptop? Fair enough. Where's my sculpting tool? Where did it go? This is sad. This is unfortunate. I'm a professional. Stand by. Both? No. No, no, no. Now, how on... Reach? Where is it? Found it. You are witnessing a mud moment. You really are. You really are. Truly something insane. I'm just going to mix a ton of this stuff real quick. Okay? Wait. No, I'm not. I remember how I did this now. We'll still need all this, but we can put away this container for now. That's like for emergencies or whatever the heck it is. I'm not sure why I have a container. Probably just so I had a consistent basis going around everything. But no, actually, we take out... this is $6. Because I bought a 2-pack of these from Hobby Lobby for 12 bucks. I would argue it's a bit of a scam. But, you know, that's loyalty to Hobby Lobby for you. 2 parts natural umber. Let us begin. We do a scoop. You watching? Oh, that's as zoomed in as I can go? Okay. 1. They are cute. That's true. That's true. And then we go... 2 very even scoops, mind you. 2 very even scoops. And then we close this. Put it on the shelf. Take our carbon black. Get that out of there. And then we go 1 part carbon black. Now look at the size of that carbon black. That's pretty decent. And we put that in there. And once that is in there, we close the carbon black, because if I spill this, that will be the end of time, unironically. I will wipe off the pigment powders from this guy, and we will take something else that we use to mix, and that would be, let me grab it, some makeup product. I don't know. It was given to me. And then we just, we mix. Are you a fan of the blue Astromelon charm or prefer the more realistic colors? I like it all. They're all cool. The blue I think of are like the Mordian Iron Guard, which are kind of sick because it's almost like the Marine Corps dress blues. As far as just how I paint my army, I go with the dull. Mike is peeking, tweaking. Hold on. What's going on here? Microphone funky? What happened to the... Why is it funky? Why? Jeez. Why the heck are you funky? Stop being funky. That's weird. What is going on? Wait. That's weird. You spot this. Yeah. Hold on. Now. There. Monitor. Direct monitor. Turn the gain down. Turn the gain up. What's going on? Give me that. Hello. Static. That's weird. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of static going on. I don't know what the deal with that is. Well, I'm going to bring this down. It's plugged in. I'm going to unplug it. Sounds scratchy. Yeah. I don't know why that's scratchy, though. Stand by. Okay. Still scratchy, even without the microphone tip on it. Interesting. Stand by. We're all professionals here. Why is it scratchy? Hold on. What did I do wrong? I did something. I don't know what. Oh, that's interesting. Hold on. Is it better? Was it really just a matter of unplug it and plug it back in? How's that sound? To me, it sounds good. How does it sound to you guys? Did we fix it? Did we get it all good and goated? Well, don't know what the heck just happened, but that happened. So, yeah. Interesting. Fascinating. Louder for you? Oh, yeah. Did I turn the mic? I think I might have turned the gain a little. This tech will not let us have the mud moment. The tech is trying to stop you from it. There, I turned the gain down a little bit. Now, how's that? Hopefully that's all right. Quiet again? That's interesting. Okay, now I'm... Oh, yeah, I look quiet. Hold on, let me turn this up. Now, is that better? That might be better. It still shows me in green, but not quite at yellow. Bah! That was yellow. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Does that sound all right? Don't mind the... I'm a professional. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Quiet again. Louder. It's very soft. Okay, hold on. If I was a betting man. Good for you. Fair enough. I think we're good now. I turned it up a little bit, so we'll see what happens there. Back to mixing. Want yellow egg? I guess so. Anywho, what were we yapping about? I think I was yapping about colors of like the Astra Militarum. I like them all. They're all cool. As far as how I paint mine, it's the green, like the tank. Very fun, very interesting. I know, riveting stuff. Okay, guys, now the fun part begins. Are you ready to have some fun with mud? We're gonna have mud fun, and we're not gonna let anything stop us. Nothing's gonna stop us now. Gosh, that's a song. And I don't say that in a bad way or a positive way. I'm just saying that is a song. We have... Wait. Oh, no, I actually use... I'm trying to remember how I'm a professional. Know what I'm doing all the time. Never a dull moment. Nope. No, no, no. You won't quiet down. I don't want it. Not a word. Not a word. Not a word. Okay. I don't know why I'm showing the webcam. I have this. Random makeup brush will be useful. Now comes the fun part. Let me grab a pipetta, as they say in the place next to Belgium. And we're going to take some stock water. Now, you might look at this water and you go, wow, that is some really watered down red Kool-Aid. And I would say, no, this is a lot of paint. I don't care about getting different... I don't need new water. Like, you look at this and you go, wow, this is like some... This is... Well, now that looks clear. But here, now you can see it's like, wow, that looks like a failed alcohol sample. Failed alcohol test sample. But no, it's not. It's water. Paint water, in fact. Let me zoom y'all in here. And now we begin the subtle, the slow, and arduous mixing process. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. I forgot already. Bit of water in the center. And now we mix it. And we take as long as we need to mix it. And I've already done too much water, didn't I? Oh, maybe not, maybe not. You guys seeing this? Pretty nuts. Pretty crazy. It's like it's becoming mud. Slowly but surely. Yeah, no, not gonna sip it just yet. The bills are not that high just yet. Okay, maybe we need more water actually, but you can kind of start to see. You can start to see here. Oh, it does look like a brownie. That's a very astute observation of you. I'm gonna add 1, 2, 5. I think that was 3 more drops. The mud mixing part here is a very precarious process because you want it to be slightly thick, so it really cakes up on the treads. If it's too thin, it'll still look good, but there won't be so many chunks and it won't be as thick, for, you know, lack of a better word there. And so now that's starting to look good. We're getting a decent consistency now, a nice chunky looking, or not so much chunky, just like a thick, almost paste. You see that? Yucky. Yucky, yucky, yucky for real. Now I will wipe off the excess there. This is what, you know, they teach you this when you learn how to lay bricks in trade school. Trade school's probably a good idea. Now, I'll not wipe off the excess, because what is nice about this stuff doesn't fall apart, or it doesn't like harden up like glue. You need to add medium for that. This will just stay like this, and then it'll dry up, and then you can easily reactivate it. Now let's start applying it onto treads, and it will look something just like that. But wow. I know, it's nuts. It's crazy even. It's unreal. Okay, I think I might need actually even some more water. 1, 2. I'll just add 2 drops, and then we'll do a good fine mixing. It's all very, you know, you gotta feel it, you know? It's all very artsy-fartsy in that regard, you know what I mean? There's all that. That's looking good. See, yeah. Still happening, still happening. And then we just apply it everywhere. And we don't even mess around with it. And we just get this sucker absolutely everywhere. And now comes the fun part of, you know, just taking the time to apply it everywhere. Also being very sure to get it on the sides of the tank as well, because I personally think, now, this is a theory. I've never actually owned a tank. I don't know if I've ever seen a tank. But I would almost think that mud also gets, like, on areas next to the treads, not just the treads themselves. I don't know. That is my theory. Like, it would get places like, you know, you see this area. It gets all over there, would be my theory as it splashes up. I don't know. I am going to actually avoid mud on the rust spot because that looks sick as heck. But usually I do just a good glob of mud absolutely everywhere. Also being sure to get it in the wheels, all caked in the wheels. I'm not going to do the rusted wheel. I'm just going to leave that be because it looks sick as all heck. And that's just how that will work. We'll think of it as like, you know, the artillery shell hit and it cleaned the area so perfectly. And then it's just rusted absolutely everywhere. You know? And we'll see what happens. We'll see how it looks at the end. If it looks outrageous, then I'll fix it, but probably won't need to. But yeah, that's mud. I know, absolutely riveting stuff for real. Gonna add some more water as it starts to dry out a little bit, and we can just go for a little bit soupier consistency now. Continue to just apply that absolutely everywhere, even on the sides of the treads right here. We want the whole thing to be completely muddied, for lack of a better word. A little bit of it gets on the rusted wheel. That's actually not a bad idea. I will just dot it. I'll do that. There we go. That's not too bad, right? I think that's fine. And then obviously as mud gets freshly churned up here, it'll just go absolutely everywhere there, right? So now, I don't muddy the bottom treads because I want this guy to still be level. That's probably not a bad idea to do that. And there's that. We're applying it. It's happening. Yep. For real, for real. That's insane. How nuts is that? Yep. So the commentary is good. We're commentating as we just put mud on a vehicle, as we dirty up a vehicle. Tracks usually build up mud in the tracks with the wheels. Fair enough. Fair enough. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, there's all that. There. Gonna scoop up a little more. Yeah, I can try to get a little more mud kind of in there. There. Now that's at least brown. Doesn't need to be like thick with rocks and stuff. It just has to be everywhere to give that little bit of mud texture. Fair enough, fair enough. Not too bad at all. Probably some mud that drips down on the side here as you roll along, which I think is, you know, something that is possible. Very possible to do. Maybe along the sides here as fresh mud finally falls out. It's all very improvised and goopy, and I definitely did not just get it all over my hand. I would never do such a thing. Whoops. There. Yeah, see, very nice, very goopy. Very astute observations all around. Now, there's all that. Now I'll do the other side real quick after wiping my hand, because that's like 90% of the mud. I will zoom out so I can stay in frame next time. But that's how you do that. Yeah, it's not like the craziest thing ever, I know, but it works for my purposes. And so that's why I do it. Because once it dries, and you can already kind of see, we got it's a decent bit of looking mud, I would reckon. I would go so far as to say, I would argue, perchance, perhaps. Oh, one thing I missed. The mud chutes. Like right here. These get a bunch of mud as well. Because, you know, they're mud chutes. Mud comes out, I think. I'm thinking it's like the Whippet tank, which is the only scale model tank I've ever actually fully painted. I should probably have it in the workshop. That might be a fun show and tell story. Anyways, yeah, there's all that's good. And you can wipe it away with water just as easily, which we will be doing lots of to blend it into the whole thing and make it look even better as we go along. So, you know, it'll all work out, and it will be fine. Okay. Now let's continue the top area here. Probably going to have to mix a little more, but, you know, better too little than too much. Just because I don't want to... I'm already like halfway through my pigment bottles. Because I do have a lot of other tanks. Like, at least 9. Maybe 10. I don't remember. Now, there's all that. That's looking good now. And yeah, even over like some of these like almost pure silver treads from some maybe a little excess dry brushing, the mud just covers that right up and blends it all together very nicely. Good as gold. Silver in this case, because, you know, silver tread. Anywho. There we go. That's looking all good. Get the sides there. Yeah, probably. You also... I get disposable brushes, because look at that guy. That guy started out brand new, and now he's dying. Slowly but surely. R.I.P. I'm going to try to, like, scrape off excess to sort of bring him back. I mean, it's kind of working, I guess, but, you know, his days are numbered. He's serving his purpose. That's all you can ask for. Alright, that's looking good as far as that goes. Maybe do a dop, dop, dop right there. Now we can just completely go... Okay, yeah, I got to mix up some more. We'll do that real quick. So, yeah, that's how you mud the tank, or how I mud my tanks, at least. And, you know, nothing too complicated, but in the end, we're left with a pretty cool-looking result. I still got to blend some stuff in, but, you know, that can wait. That's the last step of the whole business. Let's see, we take 1 part carbon black. We remember how to do this now. Bonk. Was that too much? Maybe a little. It's fine. It'll be fine. Then we can take our natural umber. My goodness. How fancy. How fancy of it, for sure. And then that counts for 2 scoops. Okay, maybe not. I'm paranoid. I'm going to do another baby scoop. There we go. Now we can mix that all up. Perfect. And yeah, soon we'll be able to actually matte. The other thing about this, very fragile stuff, this pigment powder. It will rub off in an instant. So it is very important to varnish it. Welcome back. I don't think you've missed too terribly much. We put the tracks on and now we're muddying them up. I believe you were here for the rust, but there's where the rust is at as of right now, so still looking good and rusted. But yeah, right now we're just mudding the tracks, which is fun. Now I'm just mixing up some more of the mud mixture for the second half of the tracks. And this is mixing a lot better. Probably because the whole bottom of the bowl is already moist. And it's probably not a bad idea to do that, because yeah, now this is mixing. This isn't like going into chunks before an actual smooth thing. It's actually just going right to smooth, which is very nice. Do just have to kind of watch out, because it's still a little brown. Gotta just completely, thoroughly mix it. Make it all look good as gold, you know? There we go, there. Looks good, looks good, looks good. Okay. Now we can continue applying our mud, which is just as simple as mud. You just, that's what it is. Literally. Oh yeah, that too. Okay, yeah, I did. I might. One might argue. But, you know, it was a learning experience. We were learning about the lore. We were lore dumping. It's all part of the plan. It's all part of the shebang, right? For sure. Now I'm also just mudding up the heck out of stuff right there, because mud would naturally get kicked up, I would think. If I was a tank, would I get mud on my side skirts? Perhaps. Perhaps I would. Let's see, there's all that. And now there's... Ooh, that's neat. Okay. Now we can just scoop all that there. And add a little more water so we can actually pick some of this stuff up better. The water just seeps through everything like wet sand. But it kind of makes sense. That's fine pigment powders for you. Okay. Got a big old bunch of it here, golly. Now we can go back and just mud the treads. Riveting stuff. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely gnarly. I'm going to have to find the, if I even still have it saved, but I'm going to have to try to find that, well, I guess technically it was an Instagram reel of me muddying my treads, but I'll have to upload that here in case anyone ever wants to, like, see exactly how I did it, but not, like, a whole hour-long bit about the whole thing. Let's see, now that's looking good there. Mud the sides here. You just a lot of mud. I like my mud. I like my mud. Mud in there. There we go. Good as gold. Not bad. Perfect. It's going great. We're doing good. All is going according to plan. All is according to plan. I forget his exact line. It's from a video game. I will not elude. There's that. Nice. Maybe a little more mud on the treads there. There we go. Now we got the mud chutes, and then I think that might be good. Then it's on to the blending. There's one. Scoop up a bit more mud. I know it's crazy. This isn't riveting, but we are tracking your progress. Gosh. Yeah. I gotta say GG, no re. That was a good one. That was good. You really cleared up the situation. It was looking a little muddy there for a second, but you figured it out. That is a great observation. Now, let's finish the mud here. There's that. Add a bit more mud on the sides here. We're not messing around. We ain't messing around with this one. Nuh-uh. We make the tank dirty because it's fun. Dirt is fun. Slap that on a shirt and sell it for $40, even though you're still using Chinese companies, right? Perfect. There's what we're left with. That's neat. That'll be very easy to clean out. And there's our brush. R.I.P. that guy. He dead. He's gone. He served a noble purpose. Oh, right. That's what else we do. Completely forgot. Hold on. We're not done with the mud yet. I lied. I didn't even know I lied. I feel betrayed too. But we got to actually mix up a little more of this mud. Make it very soupy and more soupy. Any acronyms for soupy? Very soupy. Almost like soup. Clam chowder. There it is. Wow. Yeah. Fallen soldier, yep. Now, we actually do something a little wild. We get a little crazy. Go a little bonkers. Now, what do you mean bonkers? I mean, we try to get this tank to actually stand up. I know, it's crazy, right? Try to do it how we can do that. It's not... I gotta find something like a little... What's a little taller than this? Dirt texture sand medium? Close enough. Guys, a quick RIP for the texture sand medium bottle. It is about to die. We're about to kill it. And actually, before we... This is going to get messy very quickly, so hold on. We got to do a quick prep work. I throw a lot of things out of the way. And then I... Oh, but it's literally 3 whole steps behind me. This is crazy. Fine. Frickin' physical exercise. Oh gosh, I can't even begin. Is the mic picking that up? That's unfortunate. Cardboard. Cardboard backing. And we are now firing squad this guy. So get ready. Say your last goodbyes. Because the next step... I've been sorting to pair my headphones to the laptop and pair my headphones so they won't complain. Oh, fair enough. No, it's all good. We're just about to... we're about to lose some men. We're about to lose a brave soldier in the form of the texture sand medium because we take the mud, we take a needle, and we begin speckling the absolute heck out of the bottom of the tank here. Now, you can probably barely see it on the tank itself, but you can just see the texture sand medium is dying. We are losing him. He's no longer with us. He's RIP forever, our brave soldier. As we just speckle the absolute heck out of Wilson here. Our tank Wilson. You know, we lost some good fighters in this whole operation. And this guy, this texture sand medium, Sergeant Texture Sand Medium, Sergeant Deco Art Americana Texture Sand Medium Ultra Fine Grit Paste is dead. We lost him. And now this guy's all textured up. Nice. And so that's good there. Now we can go, we can remove... Oh gosh, that's a grisly scene. Burp, 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 burp. That was the thingy. I forget. Now, back to mud. There's still more stuff to do. We lost a good fighter, but we can't think about that. We got to continue. We got to continue on because there's, believe it or not, it's double or nothing. We got to get the back of the tank. And we got to string up his dying corpse as we begin the next step and stipple the whole back of the tank. Okay, all of that basically got on the deco art instead of the tank, which is kind of sad. Taps must commence. Exactly. Exactly right. It's only right. And now we can... Oh gosh, that's mud. That is muddy as all mud. That's as muddy as mud gets. Golly. And then we can blend some of that in. Ew! The poor deco art is just... I feel bad for an inanimate object, for real. Let's now go to... We're just going to grab what's left of the whole pigment powder. And just continue a couple final bits right there. Nailing the camera with my brim of my hat. But I can't afford to do the forehead reveal a second time. It would be too devastating. To an already somber moment. A somber mood, if you would. Because look at what we're left with. After all said and done. That is sad. That's unfortunate. That's sad. That's sad. That's sad. That's unfortunate for sure. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. It's a bit. It's all a bit. It's an inanimate object. It's just, yeah, we're playing into the bit. That bit would have been for probably... Anywho, everyone, I'm locked in now. I'm back. I'm so back. There we go. We got some mud that's going to be drying. Sick. Shit. That's interesting. Well, we'll go about that later. That's all looking good. That's starting to dry slowly but surely, so now we can actually start to blend some of this stuff by grabbing... Where's Waldo? There's a paper towel. Oh, that's disgusting as all heck. Okay, here's an old airbrush paper towel. Here's how easy this is to clean. Okay, this is all dried on from when we mixed our first batch. Literally what I'm going to do, hold on camera so you can tell I'm not a liar. I dip it in water, and then you can wipe it all off. That's how fragile this stuff is. It's very easy to wipe off, which is where the next step after we do something else will come in. But first, before that next step, oh, there's also this bin. Like I said, very easy to clean. Very easy. I'm just going to wet it down a little bit with some water. Take random paper towel. That's acetone, obviously. Of course. Of course. It cleans the brushes immaculately well. And then I'm just going to, what I'm going to do is just clean that like that. And so now we just have a clean-looking dish. Petri dish. Look at that. That's all nice and shiny. Hold on, let me reflect it into the camera because it's funny. Ah ha 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 ha. Anywho. Tank correct. This is an astute observation, if I may say so myself. Next will be, let's see, blending it all in. We got some harsh lines here, but that's not exactly what would happen, I don't think. What was the powder? The powder was Vallejo pigments, believe it or not. Very fun stuff. I usually use them to like act as dust, but no, if you mix 2 parts natural umber to 1 part carbon black and then add water, you get a very nice paste that can create what I personally think is a great looking mud. Because now that looks it looks like a slushy, just like you're trudging through almost like a World War I no man's land after everything's been churned up by artillery. Which is kind of neat. You hate technology? Fair enough. Fair enough. It's a fair opinion. Now let me grab our blending brush. I can actually remove the big thing of cardboard. Nailed it! Now I can find, where is that brush? Did I put it back? Hold on. I don't know where it went. It's hiding from me. I found it. Oh, I put it on the wrong thing. There's a good mud. I would not have thought of that. Yeah, I'm not dissatisfied with the outcome. I also didn't have typhus corrosion at the time I made it, and then I figured it out, and I'm like, well, I'll just run with this. But next, we're going to kind of just blend it in with some water. So I'm going to take a big old thing of water on a brush. You can barely hear me. I don't know why. Am I fine for everyone else, or am I quiet? Is it? We'll try to see if I can't figure something out relatively quick for you, Harry. But, yeah, you can hear him fine. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm not sure then. Not sure. Now I'm taking water and then I'm just blending it all. Very, very simple. And because I'm not touching too much of the pigment, I don't worry about dipping the brush into the paint water and ruining the paint water. Because it's like a pigment, so it's going to be like everything else. My finisher or something, I don't think it's working. Audio's good there. Fair enough. I don't have a mic on my shirt. It's that's Velcro because it's a German army surplus shirt I bought years ago. I have a mic. It's a shotgun mic though, and so it's kind of away from me, just off camera, because I work and I move my arms around, so I can't have something like close right next to my face because I move my face all around yet. But it works enough, I think. Now that's all done and dusted there. Nice, nice, nice. I'm going to try to get into those corners there. There we go. Now we're there. We can wait for the rest of this to all blend into itself. Water is fun for that. Now I can work on the other side real quick. Ooh, this would be interesting to do. I'm going to try to avoid the rust so we don't reactivate it too terribly. But we'll see ultimately how the whole thing shakes out real quick. Blend all that. That's good. Ads are right now, but I don't know what's Adds a right sound. I don't know what's up with the stream. Oh, that is interesting. I'm not sure. I'm not sure because according to other people, it's okay. So I don't know. I don't know. Unfortunately, could be a little louder just a hair. Fair enough. I could turn up the gain if everyone is in agreement there. I could try to play with the gain. I know I had to turn it down because I had it way too loud and it made the mic basically just blare out. But I can try turning it up a little bit. What kind of tank is this? This is a Rogaldorn battle tank from Warhammer 40k. So it's an Astra Militarum vehicle, which is a faction in the Warhammer 40k universe, and that's what I'm painting today. You do you, boo. Fair enough. Now let me hit the back there. Now that that's all good there, I will. And now you can, I don't know if you can kind of see our front better. I gotta like not grab the sides of the hole now. But that's just a lot of splishing and splashing. Could probably add more to really just make it like a solid brown, but you kind of just see this much if you see anything, so I don't worry about it too much. Let me turn the gain up. Okay, I turned the gain up a little bit, and now hopefully nothing too nuts is happening. Let me listen to make sure I'm not dying. Hello. E. Auf Wiedersehen. Donkey. Okay, I think I sound good there. But let me know. I think if I go any higher, the mic will just blow out and be better. Fair enough. Sounds great. Okay, cool. You can hear me. Fair enough. You don't know 40k tanks? Is it a Baneblade? No, this is a just a. It's how loud I should be. Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up real quick. Hold on. New audio device detected. Yeah, hold on. Which one? Is that the one you sent in the streaming chat? Wait. Shinji gets a Zoggin Death Dread? Hold on, Am I gonna go deaf? I'm afraid. Hold on. Hold on. Let me actually... Okay. Mega clutch with the rinky-dink $20 headset hand volume adjuster. Right after I pressed play, I read yes. And so I scrolled down on this thing so fast, and then I wasn't absolutely blown to bits. That was an insane clutch. Well, thank you, Manhattan Man. You're very that's very useful. Useful information for sure. Much appreciated. Now let's see. But yeah, this is not a Baneblade model, because I saw someone say that. This is a Rogaldorn battle tank. I do have a Baneblade model, but it's a bit bigger than this. This is a bit smaller than a Baneblade. Okay, now that's all muddied up. That's kind of nuts. That's insane. That worked out. Now, geez. Let's see, we have... Ooh, 7 minutes left. What can we get done in 7 minutes? I don't know. I don't know. Hold on, we got to see what else is left. As far as what's left, guys, let me run you through exactly what we got in the Bane. It is the Baneblade. It is the Baneblade. Do I yell it? Do I go over and do I insanely coolly grab it real quick and then shout about it? I don't know. Can we see the ball of the Bane? Screw it. Let's do it. Let me grab the actual Baneblade, not the Shadow Storm. Because I do have multiple, because I'm nuts. Stand by. Oh my god. Now. It is the... You guys ready? You ready? Is there an actual Baneblade, like, audio thing? Hold on. Hold on. It, all caps. It is the Baneblade. Reviewing the... That's just... I'll show you the Baneblade, but just, sorry, real quick. I go to the monitor and I'm like, it is the Baneblade. That's what I searched, okay? Hold on, let me move that. See, that's what I searched. I searched, it is the Baneblade. Let it be known. Now, let me go back there. But the first thing that comes up is like a VTuber reviewing the Baneblade. Warhammer VTuber reacts. What? No. No. That's not what we have here. What we have here It is the Bane Blade! Yes! There it is. That's cool, isn't it? There it is in all of its glory, though. You can kind of see, and I'm as zoomed out, I think, as far as I can be zoomed out. There it is, all zoomed out. Here it is compared to a Rogel Dorn. Look at the size of that son of a gun, innit? Ain't that wild as all heck? I'll put the frickin' turret on there randomly. But yeah, this ain't no guy to mess around with, for real. With individually highlighted rivets, all hand done. Mud from several years ago, back when I didn't have my mud recipe. A paint scheme back when I didn't know what I was doing. This is a repainted Baneblade. If you look closely at the turret, you will notice a bulge because I way so much did overprime the whole thing. Oh, it definitely needs more mud. The whole thing needs a new paint job. Believe it or not, this thing has been... I've repainted this. This did have an original paint job. I don't think I have the photo of it on hand. But believe it or not, the first ever tank I painted was this. Yeah, my first ever Warhammer tank was a Baneblade. My first ever tank was a Baneblade. So, yeah. That's why I repainted it. I have to repaint it a third time because I need it to be green like this guy here. That might be fun for a stream. Maybe that'll be the next stream project, because this one only took... Yeah, it's me and my laptop. My phone freezes too much. Fair enough. The drowned man, if you know, you know. Yeah. Exactly. But there is all of, you know, the Baneblade done and dusted. There it is. So there's a little show and tell there. I think, honestly, that will neatly conclude where we've gotten to today. However, I have a shadow sword. Would you like to see the shadow sword? I have that. Let me put this away. Put that guy away there. Now this guy will not, it's a shadow sword. So it's like a Baneblade, but it's not. Okay, sounds like a plan. Now bear in mind, the shadow sword needs to be finished painting. Technically, I painted it for a competition, so it's good. But, you know. Yeah, we're doing a little mini showcase as this whole thing tries. Fair enough. Let's do it. Okay. Here she is. Ladies and gentlemen. Comrades, this is the shadow sword, which I kind of like a whole lot. He who lurks in the shadows creates his own. Fair enough. But yeah, this here is Tessa. There she is. Tessa the Shadow Sword. Tessa the tank. But yeah. Big ol' tank. A lot of stuff happening. That is significant. Yeah. It is quite a significant looking beast, if I might be so bold as to say so myself. Now, there is some... yeah, I think Boxberry's seen it before, yeah. Now, technically, this tank could have some improvements. Does need some improvements, in fact, because... and you'll see, even just as I painted our basic tank here, all I did on this, and this was before I did oil washes, I pin washed and went over every individual rivet, which you can see, especially on the white and red, which looks like a hot orange right here. All individually, I went over it and pin washed that. And I did that over the entire tank. And then after that was done, I gave everything else a very rudimentary paint job. I did a little bit for the rust. I did a pastel blue, so that looked like a Frenchman. Oh, Scheiße. Sorry, I said French. Anywho, but there's still more that needs to be done. Tessa needs more decals. There's tons of flat surfaces. She needs a decal there. She also needs mud. She needs muddied treads. I just did some basic stuff with an infantry compartment. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, yeah, sorry. Here, let me... If I take that off, then it becomes even more of an infantry compartment. It does make more sense when I don't know where I put the spare bits, but the cannon comes out, and so you can change it into, like, I think this is a Stormlord? No, this isn't a Stormlord. The Stormlord has the 2 miniguns. But I left everything pretty much just dry fit. So now this is a Bane Sword, legally. Now it's a Bane Sword, okay? All perfectly legal there. Then it becomes a Shadow Sword again. Doomhammer. Yes, that's what it is. Thank you. It's been a bit since I've seen the actual variations of the Bane Blade. But I usually run it as a Shadow Sword because it's the greatest thing ever. Traditionally, the Shadow Swords, you can put this whole compartment right here on the back. That's traditionally how Shadow Swords are run. But I like this look a lot better. So you just have a barrel just yoinking out and it looks absolutely insanely cool. So that's as far as I go with that. I debated magnetizing it, but I didn't really know a whole bunch about magnetizing, so everything just kind of dry fits in place. I did magnetize these like stubber guns here. So there's a magnet on the bottom there. Shiza! Oh my gosh, guys, it's we've hit the 2-hour mark. We've hit the 2-hour mark. I gotta skedaddly do. Earthworm Jim the First, you're not in the Discord? Wait, what? Oh, I gotta, oh shoot, okay, but I'm a minute over. I'll figure it out, let's see, I'll be here Thursday. I know, it is sad, it's devastating, it's terrible, it's crazy. But, I think in 2 days, what's gonna happen is, I got something caught in my throat. We're going to finish up this guy, just do a coat of matte varnish all over him, and then we're going to paint the tanker and wash the tanker, and then the tanker will probably be done. And then once everything's matte varnished, we will assemble it. We're almost done. We're doing it, everyone. We're doing a tank 100% live. Built it on Instagram, painted it on YouTube. We're doing it. But guys, thank you so much for watching the stream. Thanks for tuning in. I love hanging out with all of you. You guys are freaking awesome as all heck, and it makes the hobby much more enjoyable for me, for sure. So, until I see you next time, good day to you all. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you around. Where's end stream? I think there's end stream. I don't know. And then we fade out. Can I fade to black? I don't remember. I forget. Now, let me go. Now, you're telling me. Hold on. We're on. Yeah, so, okay, so that's monitor. That's painting. You're telling me this game wants 8 gigabytes. 8 gigabytes! I can't do that. I'm going to try it. I'm going to give it a shot. We're going to figure it out. Slowly but surely. Yep. Here goes nothing. This might crash the computer. The computer will crash if I do this, probably. Most likely, most definitely, for sure. It's going to happen. There goes nothing. Hopefully the computer does not crash. Okay, I updated it. We're going to see what happens. Hopefully nothing happens. That would be absolutely crazy and nothing bad should happen.